It's always pretty funny when you hear someone proudly say, I own my house, and then you realise they've actually got a mortgage, and you think, well, the lender actually owns your house then, and they actually make it very clear in the paperwork that they own it. If you miss a few payments, you're out. So you better be a good boy at work and make sure you don't lose your job, because if you lose your job, you won't be able to pay it and you'll lose your house. You'll end up paying 2 to 3 times what the house was actually bought for because they had so much interest. And then when you finally paid it off after 30 years and you've paid tax all your life, you can't even hand the house down to your kids because you've got to pay 40% inheritance tax. And on top of that, you've got to pay council tax just for the privilege of living in your own home. Normally like 3k per year. That's a big chunk out of most people's yearly salary. If you start getting in debt, you get fines, you don't pay the fines, they keep going up. Sooner or later, the bailiffs will come and they'll start repossessing what you own because you truly own nothing. You'll end up losing your house. Even if you want to build an extension on your house, you'll soon realise that you don't really own it. The council have the last say. They'll decide whether you can build that in your garden. And then you've got to think, what did you actually achieve by owning your house? When you're 60 years old and you've paid it off most of your life, you get to live in it mortgage free for the last 10 years of your life. So you have one less bill. Was it all worth it just for one less bill? It literally makes no difference whether you own it or not. That's why for years now, I've been my own boss. I control how much money I make and there's no limit to the amount I can make. If you want to learn how I've done it, then go to the